You're listening to a Roddenberry podcast.
Today is Thursday, June 17th, 2021, and this is your daily Star Trek news from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. On today's show, there's a new Star Trek Picard teaser out, and apparently, time's broken again. Very irresponsible, if you ask me. LeVar Burton, Brent Spiner, and Jonathan Frakes have joined Star Trek Fleet Command in a trailer for their latest event. And I've got this week's virtual Star Trek events. I'm Alison Pitt, and today's show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Get 10% off your first month of counseling at betterhelp.com/DSTN. Paramount Plus celebrated Captain Picard Day yesterday in a big way, releasing a new teaser trailer for Star Trek Picard's second season via their official YouTube channel. The teaser, unlike the one released in April, contains actual footage from the new season, including our first glimpse of John de Lancey's return as Picard's godlike nemesis, Q. Now, rumors about Picard Season 2 have run rampant ever since it was announced that de Lancey would be returning to the franchise. The April teaser hinted that it would center on the subject of time, even going so far as having Picard declaring it as the true final frontier. Given the fact that Q's interactions with Picard have often resulted in time travel and alternate timelines, fans quickly assumed something similar was awaiting them in this new season. Right from the start of the new teaser, Q seems to confirm these suspicions, saying to Jean-Luc, "Welcome, my friend, to the very end of the road not taken." From there, we see that time appears to have fractured, as one by one we find members of the La Sirena crew discovering themselves in a reality that seemed altered and unfamiliar. Throw in a missing Romulan housekeeper, a modified Starfleet insignia, and perhaps most shockingly, a completely human 7 of 9, or a possibly never assimilated Annika Hansen, and it seems there is a time mystery of significant proportions. The narrative thrust of the season comes to light later in the trailer when an unknown voice says, "Time has been broken," followed by Picard's assertion, "We can save the future, and I will get us home together." Now, as you wait patiently for 2022 and resonate with Q's words, "Mon capitaine, how I've missed you," you can catch up with all the episodes of Star Trek Picard Season 1, which are currently streaming on Paramount Plus. This week, June 14th through June 20th, Star Trek Fleet Command from gaming company Scopely is honoring Captain Picard Day with a week-long celebration, continuing the in-game storyline based on Star Trek The Next Generation. This week, Captain Picard makes his much-anticipated debut in the free-to-play mobile game, alongside new characters, missions, and in-game giveaways, giving fans plenty to celebrate all week long. And he's brought some famous friends along to help. Last month, Scopely debuted the very first of 5 story arcs based on TNG. Now the story continues with Arc 2 and a week-long celebration of Captain Picard Day. Not only is the epic officer Captain Jean-Luc Picard being introduced this week, rare officer Wesley Crusher is also joining the game. Out of the 10 new missions related to TNG, there are 5 exclusive Picard-themed missions. But that's not all. A new selection of avatars and frames are also available, including the legendary Picard facepalm, as seen in the TNG Season 3 episode Deja Q. New additions to the game also include super powerful G4 armadas and the ability to fire ship projectiles based on the Next Generation. During the week-long event, Star Trek Fleet Command is giving away Picard-themed bundles and special prizes just for logging in. By collecting Picard coins each day, users can exchange the coins for gifts and other items. Now, to top it all off, Scopely released 2 new promotional videos, one of which is live action and features TNG actors Jonathan Frakes, Brent Spiner, and LeVar Burton. In the lighthearted video, the trio attempt to fire on a Galaxy-class starship, but their cloaking device has failed. Geordi, that would be LeVar Burton, thinks that he has the problem solved. Unfortunately, their ships are still completely visible, leading them all to take evasive action. You can check out the new promotional videos at the Star Trek Fleet Command channel on YouTube. As a reminder, the week-long celebration of Captain Picard Day runs through Sunday, June 20th. Once again, Star Trek Fleet Command is free to play, and you can find it wherever you get your mobile games. I've got the weekend's online events in just a moment, but first, a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. All this week, I've been telling you about BetterHelp's affordable, convenient, and professional online counseling service, but you don't have to take my word for it. Go to betterhelp.com/DSTN to read what other people have said about the counselors that they've worked with. And while you're there, you can also check out what places like the New York Times, the Chicago Tribune, and the Wall Street Journal have had to say. Over 1 million people have used BetterHelp to take charge of their mental health, and you can too. I want you to start living a happier life today. And as a daily Star Trek news listener, you can get 10% off your first month of counseling by visiting betterhelp.com/DSTN. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/DSTN. And now it's time for Star Trek events. First up, this Friday and Saturday is VirtuousCon Juneteenth, a virtual science fiction and comic culture event. Guests on the day that you might recognize include Phil Lamar, Dr. Raven Baxter, aka Dr. Raven the Science Maven, and Jamila Rouser, among many others. Also, if you're a fan of our sister show, Women at Warp, two of their hosts, Eliza Pearl and Kennedy Allen, will be doing a special interview with Star Trek Discovery's Wilson Cruz. Tickets to the event are free with registration, and it runs from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday and Saturday. Wilson Cruz will be on with the Women at Warp on Sunday at 1 p.m. To find out more, including the schedule and how to join, head to virtuouscon.com. Also on Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time, Star Trek Voyager's Tim Russ is back with Live from Tim's Yard, where he'll be performing with his blues band to benefit Covenant House Los Angeles. The event is free, but there will be a virtual tip jar for raising money. To find out more about Covenant House California, a charity aimed at supporting youth on the streets, head to covenanthousecalifornia.org. And to watch Live from Tim's Yard, just search for Live from Tim's Yard on Facebook. You can also watch previous sessions and donate to them too. Then, of course, we've got the regular stuff, some Twitter watch-alongs. Hashtag All Star Trek runs Sunday through Friday at 8/7 Central and follows the Heroes and Icons channel's All Star Trek program. Hashtag TOS Sat Night starts at 9 p.m. Pacific Time on Saturday night and follows a different episode of the original series every week. And hashtag Star Trek Hour is a Q&A format event every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Time. Then there's Star Trek Watch Party, hosted daily and coordinated on Facebook. Each evening, they use the Teleparty browser extension to watch Star Trek together. To find out more, head over to Star Trek Watch Party on Facebook. And finally, there's Sid City's Social Club, hosted by Star Trek Deep Space Nine star Alexander Siddig's official fan website. They meet twice monthly on the first Tuesday and third Friday of every month, with occasional pop-up meetings with Sid as his schedule allows. For more details on how you can join in, visit sidcity.net. Now, links to all these events and more are on our website at dailystartreknews.com/events. And of course, if you've got an event that you'd like for me to promote on the show, just drop me a line at info@dailystartreknews.com, or you can also tag Daily Star Trek News on social media. Well, that's it for today's Daily Star Trek News from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. Don't forget to check out the other great shows on the network at podcasts.roddenberry.com. Daily Star Trek News is produced by me, Alison Pitt, and written by Chris Peterson and Jack Brown, with events by Marina Kravchuk. Today's show was sponsored by BetterHelp. Get 10% off your first month of counseling at betterhelp.com/DSTN. I'm back tomorrow with more of the Star Trek news you need to know and the answer to this week's Trek Trivia. I'm Alison Pitt. Live long and prosper.
This is a Roddenberry podcast. For more great podcasts, visit podcast.roddenberry.com.